you want to be third. You want Shedeur to go out there and then have a horrible time, and then you come in and have good moments, right? So you look good. You going out there first, no one's rooting for you. Unless you out this motherfucker perfect every fucking day, every game, you out here being amazing. Everything you do is gonna be a target. Oh man, look, it was okay. It was this, he had 3 turnovers, he did this. That's all that's gonna happen, and eventually, you're gonna be getting booed by that Cleveland Browns stadium. Because they want to see him play to see if he's good or not. That's just the way it is. And him sitting there, whatever he does, he is the focal point. He is Cleveland Brown right now.
When Shedeur Sanders walked into the NFL, he didn't just carry the weight of a rookie quarterback. He carried a name, a spotlight, and expectations bigger than the stadiums he plays in. Every throw he makes is dissected. Every sideline glance is analyzed. And now, one decision, his silence, has sparked one of the loudest debates in Cleveland sports. Fans are asking, did Shedeur Sanders just make his first major mistake as a pro? Let's break it down. In professional football, silence speaks. When a young quarterback chooses not to speak publicly, not to answer questions, and not to engage with the team's fan base or media, that silence takes on a life of its own. For veterans, silence can be strength. For rookies, it can be seen as arrogance.
No one cares about the rest. It's him, then Myles Garrett at this point. Right? When we're talking about jersey sales, he's number one. Definitely. He's in front of Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Right? So people want to see him. And at this point, if you're Cleveland, why are you still putting yourself under this guillotine? I get it. I understand why. You don't want to make yourself look stupid.
They drafted him in the third.
Right? I drafted you, but we wanted him. We think he's it. He's 6-year senior. We get it. He is the proven one, and we don't want you to go out there and perform very well. Makes us look stupid that we picture in the fit. Like, so you're fighting an inner fight anyway. You know, there's really nothing you can do. So if you're Shedeur, I don't like the question. It's a stupid question, and he's not in a position to say, "What the fuck you asking me for?"
And that's the position Shedeur Sanders finds himself in. When he went quiet in Cleveland, refusing to give reporters more than a few short phrases and choosing not to address concerns directly, fans started to speculate. Was he upset with the coaching staff? Was he hiding frustration about the offense? Or worse, was he too big for the moment? In a league where perception can matter as much as performance, that silence is now being interpreted as his first big misstep. Let's be clear. Shedeur never had the luxury of anonymity. He is Deion Sanders' son. That comes with cameras, critics, and constant comparisons. At Colorado, he was already a national headline. His swagger, his watches, his confidence, all of it was magnified. But in college, that spotlight was controlled. His father was the coach, the leader of the program, and the one shaping the narrative. In the NFL, Deion isn't there. The cameras are, the critics are, but now Shedeur has to navigate it alone. And when he goes silent, people aren't patient. They fill the silence with their own stories. Here's where the story shifts from just personal choice to team dynamics. The Cleveland Browns are not a stable franchise. Their quarterback history is a graveyard of broken promises. Their fans are desperate for hope. And when a rookie quarterback is drafted high, he isn't just expected to throw touchdowns. He's expected to lead. That means speaking after tough losses. That means showing energy when things go wrong. That means being the face of the franchise in the media, even when it's uncomfortable.
What are your thoughts on just remaining at that third quarterback? Vocally, anything to say about it?
But when Shedeur didn't speak up, when he chose silence, it left a void. And in Cleveland, a void gets filled with anger, speculation, and doubt. This is where the irony kicks in. Shedeur built his brand on swagger. He was the quarterback who flexed, who wore watches on the field, who carried himself like he already belonged to the elite. Fans didn't just expect him to play well, they expected him to talk, to carry that confidence into press conferences and interviews. But instead of swagger, they got silence. and that silence clashed with the image they thought they were buying into. To the public, silence didn't look like focus. It looked like a retreat. It looked like a rookie quarterback suddenly unsure of himself. And it's not just about the fans. Inside a locker room, communication is survival. Teammates don't just listen to how you call plays in the huddle. They listen to how you talk in front of cameras because that shows how you represent them. Veteran players in Cleveland are watching closely. Some may respect the quiet, seeing it as maturity. Others may see it as a weakness. NFL locker rooms can be unforgiving, and rookies who don't show leadership quickly risk losing trust. If Shedeur doesn't find his voice soon, this silence could turn into distance between him and the men he needs most. Now let's talk about the fuel that turned this small choice into a firestorm: the media. Cleveland sports media doesn't hold back. They've seen too many quarterbacks come and go. They've learned to spot cracks early. And when Shedeur didn't speak, they didn't just report it, they spun it. Local talk shows framed it as arrogance. National analysts framed it as immaturity. And social media, it turned into a storm of criticism. In today's world, silence isn't just absence, it's content. And content can shape an entire career. To make matters worse, Shedeur's silence invites comparisons. Look at C.J. Stroud in Houston. He's a young quarterback, but he speaks with poise. He wins games, and then he talks about it with calm leadership. He's winning over a city. Look at Joe Burrow. From his rookie year, he had swagger, but also communication. He balanced confidence with accessibility. That's why Cincinnati embraced him. When you put Shedeur's silence next to those examples, it looks less like maturity and more like a mistake.
The stakes in Cleveland. Cleveland isn't just another NFL city. It's a fan base scarred by decades of disappointment. It's a team still haunted by the names of quarterbacks who never worked out. And right now, Shedeur Sanders is supposed to be the one who changes that. But fans don't just want wins. They want a leader they can believe in. When he stays silent, it feels like distance. It feels like a repeat of the same cycle. And for Cleveland, that's dangerous. Because once a fan base turns, it's hard to win them back. So what could this cost Shedeur? First, credibility. If teammates and fans don't believe he's a leader, every mistake on the field looks bigger. Every interception feels like proof that the silence was a sign of weakness. Second, influence. A quarterback has to command the locker room. If his silence is seen as detachment, veterans won't rally behind him. And third, legacy. Fair or unfair, narratives in the NFL stick. If Shedeur Sanders gets labeled as the quarterback who didn't speak up, that label will follow him for years. Now here's the question. Is it too late for Shedeur to fix this? The answer is no. He's a rookie. He has time, but he has to learn fast. Fans don't need long speeches. They need signs of leadership. They need to hear accountability after a loss. They need to hear confidence before a tough game. They need to see that Shedeur understands his role isn't just throwing a football, it's carrying a city. If he finds that balance, his silence can be reframed as focus. But if he doesn't, it will keep being seen as arrogance. What should Shedeur do now? Step 1, control the narrative. Don't let silence define you. Speak honestly after games, even if it's short and simple. Show that you're present. Step 2, build connection inside the locker room. Leadership isn't just about words. It's about making sure every player feels you're with them. Step 3, understand the city you play for. Cleveland doesn't just want a quarterback. It wants a fighter. Show them you understand that. Did Shedeur Sanders screw up by going silent? Yes, in some ways he did. In the NFL, silence isn't just quiet. It's a statement. And right now, the statement being heard is the wrong one. But this is not the end of the story. He still has time to change the perception, to turn silence into strength, and to show Cleveland that he's not just another quarterback passing through. The question is whether he understands the urgency, because in the NFL, narratives move fast, and once a city makes up its mind, it rarely changes. Shedeur Sanders can still take control. The silence can end,
but the clock is ticking.